One of the problems we can run into with our coding agent is on multi-step tasks. So you've got 5 steps, right? Maybe it takes 2, 3 refactors per step. And by the time we get to step 3, the AI is wandering around. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's starting to improvise because it's kind of lost the thread. So what we're going to do for Jeeves, our coding agent, is we're going to create a to-do list. There's our to-do TS. I'm going to drop in some initial setup stuff here. So we've got a to-do status, just a string union, a to-do item, kind of the standard elements of that. And these little marks here are just to allow us to output this to the screen in a way that we can visually make sense of. So we're going to set up our to-do manager. We're going to initialize our items. And we're really only going to have 2 methods here. One's going to be update, and the other is going to be render. And at the end of every update, we're going to call this .render. And into our update, we're going to get our items, which would be a list of to-do items. Then we're just going to have a couple guardrails in here. So if our item's length is greater than 20, we're going to throw a new error. Max 20 to-dos allowed. And that's going to keep us from building up a list of too many to-dos. Now we're going to take a look at how many items are in progress. We want to make sure that our AI is only doing 1 task at a time. That's going to keep us, if we have a list of 5 tasks, it's going to keep us moving through that list sequentially, 1 at a time. So we'll just filter that on the status of in progress. And if it's greater than 1, we're also going to throw an error. We'll break this out a little bit. And if all that's good, we'll just say this.items equals items. Okay, so now we can move on to our render method. So first we're going to check to see if in fact we have any items. And if we don't, we'll just say there are no to-dos. Okay, now we're going to build up our list for displaying in the UI. So list, we'll map that guy. We'll get our mark and our ID and our text. We'll just join those with some line breaks. Then I'll just get a quick summary. So we'll say how many are done, right? We'll filter uncompleted and get the length of those. And then we'll return our list of how many there are completed. Okay, so that's our basic to-do manager. I'm going to save that. We're going to jump over to our tools. We'll bring in our to-do manager and our type of to-do item. And right here at the top, we're going to initialize our new to-do manager. And then we're not going to need to do like a run to do because all of that is managed in the to-do manager. So we're just coming down here to our list of tools, and we're going to have a new tool called to do. It's going to be a tool just like the rest of them. It's going to have a description. That'll do. It's going to have an input schema, which I'm going to paste in here because I keep messing up the typing. But it's our Zod schema with an object that is the items, an array, and then just the object of our to-do items, the ones that we just defined. So then we're going to have our execute. It's going to be an async, taking our items. And then we're going to grab this just so that we can console log it. So we'll output equals to-do dot update items, which will trigger render. And then we're just going to console log to-do line break and output. And then we will return the output. Okay, so that's our tool. We're also going to jump over to our index and we're going to update our system prompt. I'm just going to drop this in. So we still have your coding agent at work directory, but we've added this guy. Use the to-do tool to plan multi-step tasks. mark in progress before starting, completed when done, and then we still have our use the task tool to delegate, and create sub-agents later. Now, one thing we are going to add here is a brand new hook, and that's going to be onStepFinish. Now, there's a bunch of things we're going to get out of here, but what we want is tool calls. So that's letting us know if the AI has called a tool. So now we need to look and see, did it use the to-do tool? So we can say tool calls dot sum tool call dot tool name is equal to do. Otherwise, use to do is false. So what I want to do here is keep track of how many times it's used the to do and remind it to update its to dos. So up here, I'm going to say cycles since, or let's say steps since to do. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just an integer that we're going to track. So now we're going to say steps since to do is equal to, if we just used it, it's going to be 0 because we just used it. So we're trying to see since we've used it. So use to do 0. Otherwise, we'll say steps since to do +1. And if our steps since to do, let's say it's greater than or equal to 3, into our messages, we're going to push a reminder. So again, our messages are just objects with a role and content. So our role is going to be user. We're the ones reminding it. Whoops. Our content is going to be reminder. Update your to-dos. Okay, I think we're looking good. We are going to try this guy out. I'm going to come down here. Now I've got what I hope is going to be a good prompt. So we're going to run our index. Now here's my prompt. Create a file called hello, add types, comments, guards, then create greet, add types, comments, guards, that uses hello TS along with a node read line to accept a name for the hello function. This might not make a bunch of sense to the AI. I'm not sure what it's going to output, but I just wanted to have something that seemed to have a bunch of steps. All right, I'm going to run this and hope that I didn't screw something up. Oh, I got an undefined in there on the to do. I'm actually going to go ahead and stop this and look at where we might be getting that undefined from. So that was when we were logging it out, which is going to be in our tools. Our output was on the to-do update. Come back here. This should be return this dot render. Okay, I think we're good now. Try this one more time. And to be clear, that probably wasn't going to be hurting anything. I'm not sure, but better safe than sorry. Okay, so we've got our list of 2 to-dos. It's working on number 1, and 1 is completed, and now it's working on task 2. So we'll look at this. Yeah, I created a pretty reasonable, kind of overly engineered version of that function. And now task 2 of 2 is completed, and then it's going to come back with a summary. So there we go. Our AI, or our coding agent, now has a basic state/task management system that'll help keep it on track.